Our first competitor is ready to take on Tournament 29's first stage. This is JSTUD, previously known as Smoke Tanks. This Halo Ninja Warrior fan made his debut in the last tournament, failing the curtain slider. And now he will be the first to take on the brand new long jump. JSTUD gets the big speedy jump and he makes the dismount. Now can he get revenge? He goes for the curtain slider. He's got the grapple, he connects, and JSTUD has the dismount. Now it is time for the brand new fishbone. It may not spin like it does on Sasuke, but it is still treacherous. You do not want to get stomped here. JSTUD making quick work of it, and he is through the fishbone and on to the returning jump hang Kai. JSTUD gets a very good bounce, and he is in, going around the outside of the jump hang Kai. Can he get the dismount? Yes, he can. JSTUD onto the circle slider. This obstacle did a ton of damage in the last tournament. JSTUD is shooting it. He goes for it. JSTUD with the first jump, and he comes up short on the second ring, and our first competitor is out on stage 1. Hello and welcome to Halo Ninja Warrior Tournament 29. Once again, 100 competitors are stepping up to the 4-stage obstacle course where $100 and the title of Grand Champion are on the line. This first stage features 8 challenging obstacles, including 2 brand new additions, but despite the difficulty, our jumpers are staying very optimistic.
There's something in the air this tournament, man. There's an energy that has not been matched in recent history where everyone feels like there's going to be someone atop this tower and everyone feels like it could be them. And that's fascinating because it gives people this sort of confidence and this like kind of hype that I think can really drive people to go deep.
There's a lot of other competitors who have been around for the past year and a half and I think want to try and get their first stage 2, their first stage 3, or at least just get far into stage 1 if possible. So I'm excited to see who can prevail. May see a shock fail along the way, but yeah, I think we're all excited to see what's going to happen.
Well, I'm excited for all 100 competitors in this tournament, including mattythediv, our first newcomer of the tournament. He's on the long jump. And he's gotten through it. Now the very tough curtain slider. Can he pull it off? He lines it up. Matty gets the grapple, and he connects. Matty going for a 360.
Nice 360.
All right, keep focusing.
All right.
A little style doesn't hurt now and again. All right, Matty onto the fishbone. He's onto the second pole. He's got the third. Goes for the fourth, and he comes up short. mattythediv is out on the fishbone.
Yeah?
No!
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 Still a solid
So
round.
sad.
Oh, that's a unfortunate landing there. Now we're moving on to Name Dayton. Name Dayton. I'm not sure how to say it, but another newcomer here. We actually haven't seen a newcomer beat stage 1 since Tournament 26. Free MMO Direct and Fragile and W both did it in that tournament. But 27 and 28, those 2 tournaments saw no newcomers on stage 2. Can this competitor from Germany change that? Right now, he is onto the fishbone. He is eyeing it. He's got some pretty fancy looking armor, I must say. He's onto the third pole of the fishbone. Can he get the fourth? He fails the same jump that mattythediv just failed. And immediately following that, we saw another fishbone victim. This was Digital Bean. In the last tournament, we saw the final stage attempted for the first time on Halo Infinite as Joey Davis and Free MMO Direct became the 12th and 13th different competitors to defeat Stage 3. But even with their incredible efforts, the title of Grand Champion remained just out of reach. Free MMO Direct finished in first place, extending the streak to 6 straight tournaments with a different top finisher. With 15 Stage 1 clears, 5 through Stage 2, and a final stage that finally saw some action, Tournament 28 was the most successful Halo Infinite tournament so far. Now, the door to total victory is cracked open, and hopefully, someone in Tournament 29 can finally break through.
Last tournament, I felt that the competitors that got to stage 3 are really the ones that are pushing for All-Star. As far as these newer guys, I think there's a lot last tournament that got to stage 2 that this tournament could be pushing for stage 3 and even beyond that, to be honest. But I feel like this tournament, there could be somebody atop that tower for sure, because this is honestly the best field of jumpers we got.
We will find out who the first Infinite All-Stars are at the end of this tournament, but next up we have HiImGxlactic back for his 4th appearance. In the last tournament, he went out on the circle slider. Let's see how he does today. Galactic onto the long jump. He nails it. Now it is time for the curtain slider. He goes nice and high on the wall, gets the grapple, and he connects. Galactic is on to the fishbone. Galactic going for the first pole. He's got it. He's got the second one. He takes a save jump. That's a terrible mistake to make on the fishbone. You do not have a lot of wiggle room here. You don't have time for a save jump. He gets crushed on the second fishbone, and HiImGxlactic is yet another victim of the third obstacle. That is going to be an interesting one to watch moving forward. Next up, we have Tane 7751. That's almost Hunter's number. Another German competitor. He jumps very late on the long jump. Doesn't get a jump for the actual dismount. That's a shame. Now, with Tournament 30 fast approaching, I want to hear from you. If you have any ideas for obstacles that you want to see in the landmark 30th tournament, where we are going to host the 2,000th ever run on this course, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now we're moving on to Mickey Cop 8, back for his 2nd appearance. We saw him make his debut in the last tournament when he went out on the piano keys, did not get a jump off of the first key. Let's see how he does today. Mickey Cop. He destroys the long jump. Nice late dismount there, or a deep dismount. Oh, he barely gets the grapple, but he connects. And Mickey Cop is through the curtain slider for the 2nd tournament in a row. Now can he beat the fishbone and get a personal best? Mickey Cop, oh, he overshoots the 2nd pole, and Mickey Cop fails the 3rd obstacle yet again. After that, we saw Tkbignutzz. He went head first into the water on the long jump. Go 13 failed the curtain slider, as did Axolotl Eve 13. Then we saw HiImGxlactic come up short of the first pole in the fishbone. Max Harbor got a terrible bounce on the jump hang kai. Rue 8188 had no speed on the long jump, and then Red Riot 15 hit his head on the first fishbone. Now, for those of you keeping score at home, we are approaching a big milestone here in Tournament 29.
And yes, Vulcan has cleared Stage 1 for the first time. Vulcan clearing Stage 1 makes this the 100th ever Stage 1 clear, so well done to Vulcan.
Go Tanks, it's climbing up! And Go Tanks, the All-Star, is moving on. So fun fact, Go Tanks was actually the 200th ever Stage 1 clear in this tournament, after the impressive 15 Stage 1 clears in the previous tournament. That set the total number of Stage 1 clears in Halo Ninja Warrior at 299, meaning the first person to clear Stage 1 this tournament will be number 300. Could alexhalo be the one? He is back for his 3rd appearance, and right now he's on the curtain slider. And he gets through it. On his last appearance in Tournament 27, he went out on the crooked wall. This competitor from Spain, alexhalo, looking good on the fishbone so far, and he gets through it. Now for the jump hang kai, 11th time it's been in tournament, alexhalo lands it. This obstacle has been failed 85 times. alexhalo. No crooked wall for him to get redemption on this time, but can he beat the circle slider? He is going to line up on the first one. He's going to cut his jump, and oh no, he gets a bad jump off the 2nd ring, and alexhalo is out on the circle slider. He actually made it to the 2nd ring, but landed so far back, lost his momentum, and he wasn't able to jump late enough to get to that 3rd ring. Such a tough obstacle and a tough way for alexhalo to go out. Now we are moving on to SpringSTE. This guy back for his 4th appearance. He's had 4 different gamer tags. We saw him in Tournament 28 as Fun Monkey when he failed the curtain slider. Let's see if he can get some revenge today. First, the long jump. Spring is springing off the jump, and he gets through the first obstacle. Now for the curtain slider. This is where he failed. He gets the grapple, and he connects. Looking really good on that second obstacle. Let's see how far he can go now. He is on to the fishbone. He's got the first pull. He's got the second. He's got the third. He goes right for the fourth pull, and a SpringSTE is on to the jump hang kai. He gets a very high bounce, and he lands it. He's going to go through the inside. A risk taker. I like it. It's a little bit faster, but I'm not sure he went fast enough to justify going inside. Now he is on to the ring slider. Oh, he comes up short of the first ring. And he is out on stage 1 for the 4th time in his career. But now we are moving on to one of our new veterans on the course. This is Kaden Wyatt, 21. And Bray Wyatt, he misses the last jump, but he gets to the top, and Bray Wyatt is moving on to stage 2, our first runner of Tournament 28. Slight correction, this is actually his 6th appearance, not his 5th. But that's what happens when you keep changing your gamer tags. It makes it harder to track certain things like how many appearances you've had. But anyway, Kaden was the first runner to go, and he was the first stage 1 clear in the last tournament. He gets very low on the grapple right there, but Kaden is on to the fishbone. Kaden going to be very cautious with this first pull, and he almost overshoots it, but he gets a quick jump to the second, and Kaden is through the fishbone. Now it is time for the jump hang kai. Kaden with a very high bounce. He is also going to go through the inside. Kaden gets through it pretty quickly, and he will be moving on to the circle slider. Kaden, could he be the first to clear in back-to-back tournaments? He gets the third ring, and he is through the ring slider and onto the warped wall. Kaden gets up the warped wall in 1. Can he do the flying shoot? He sprints into it. Kaden gets a very late jump. Oh, but he's able to make it. And with 30 seconds left, he nails the dismount. Kaden is onto the lumberjack climb. Can he be the first in back-to-back tournaments? This is a big moment if he clears. Kaden is climbing. He's looking good so far. Kaden is to the top, and Kaden is moving on to stage 2. And you know what that means? That is the 300th ever stage 1 clear in Halo Ninja Warrior history. Way to go, Kaden Wyatt, 21, 14.8 seconds left. We will be seeing him on the second stage. And that is a perfect example of what you want to see out of a new veteran on this course. And now it is time for another newcomer. This is Turhp, our 18th runner of the tournament. Dressed in all gray, let's see how this American fares against stage 1. First up, the long jump. Times the jump pretty well, loses a little bit of momentum there, but he is through the long jump. Now for the curtain slider. Very low jump. Oh, he gets the grapple. Oh, he can't connect to the ball. I was actually shocked he even got high enough to grab that grapple. Oh, we got a couple of Razorbacks in the water now. One's flipped, one's not. That's very interesting. Anyway, this is Junsatocyan, back for his 4th appearance. He's been in every Halo Infinite tournament. Went out on the ring slider in the last tournament. It's very hard to get through that obstacle if you stop on one of the rings. But let's see if Cyan can possibly get a chance at redemption today. Cyan gets the grapple on the curtain slider, and he is on to the fishbone. Cyan, nice little frog jump between the first 2. He gets up to the 3rd pole, jumps, big jump to the 4th. Yep, he's got it. He is on to the jump hang kai. Cyan crouches into the bouncer, and he is going to go around the outside of the jump hang kai. Looking good so far. All right, can he get revenge? He is on to the circle slider. This is where he failed. Is he going to stop? No, he goes right for it. And Cyan is through the circle slider and on to the warped wall. Only the 2nd competitor to get this far this tournament. Can he get up the warped wall? It's different than it was in the past, but Cyan is through it. Can he do the flying shoot? Cyan launches, he jumps, and he gets a great save jump. Cyan is through the flying shoot. He is on to the lumberjack climb, and he has a lot of time left on the clock. Cyan with a nice Slow approach here on the lumberjack climb. Now he's speeding up a little bit, and Cyan is at the top. He is going on to stage 2 for the first time in his career with 17.5 seconds left. Someone's throwing a ball at him, but look, he was able to get past the obstacle that took him out in the last tournament. That is a very tough obstacle, and the flying chute, Kaden was the first to attempt it. He cleared it, and now Cyan followed his lead, and he is going to be joining Kaden on the second stage. Cyan now taking a very well-deserved celebratory jump around the end of the stage, and there is nothing better than seeing a competitor get their first ever stage 1 clear. That brings us on to Shadowrun132, back for his 3rd appearance. We saw him in the last tournament, another circle slider victim. He got that ever dreadful slide on the second ring. Shadowrun, and now onto the long jump. And he's got it. Can he do the curtain slider? Beautiful jump, he gets the grapple and he connects. Shadowrun is onto the fishbone. Crouching to line it up. Good timing on the first. He's got the second. He's got the third. He goes for the fourth, and Shadowrun is onto the jump hang kai. Can he get the bounce? That is a very nice bounce, and Shadow is going to go through the inside. And it is looking like we will have a shot at redemption here. Can Shadow do it? He goes for it. He's got the first ring. He's got the second. And he's got the third with the save jump. Shadowrun is onto the warped wall. The third competitor to make it this far. He's up the warped wall in 1. No one has failed the flying chute yet. Let's see if Shadow can make it 3 for 3. Shadow goes for it. No, he comes up short. Shadowrun is our first flying chute victim of Tournament 29. It looked like he tried to go to the side, like he jumped really far to the left. I don't know if that cost him some distance, but he came up short, and he plummets back down to the water. After that, we had Overt Tick grapple the pole, and he tried to skip. It would have been the best skip I've ever seen in my life, but he couldn't pull it off on the curtain slider. IIMGxlactic, he got off the stage pretty quickly on the long jump, as did Bernie Love 91. And then we had Desperate Fox, who was desperate to get through the fishbone, but he rushed it and hit his head. That brings us on to SACKESHI. Back for his 15th appearance. We last saw him in Tournament 26 when he went out on the Bridge of Blades. SACKESHI actually only the 17th competitor to reach 15 appearances on Halo Ninja Warrior. Let's see how he does today. He has never defeated Stage 1. Could today be the day? SACKESHI. Oh no, he doesn't get a grapple on the curtain slider. He gave it 2 shots, it looked like, and neither of them could connect. Yeah, I don't know if that second one would have been too late anyway, but oh, he was so close. But SACKESHI suffers his 15th failure on Stage 1. Back in Tournament 8, we saw the first Halo Ninja Warrior All-Stars take on the course. By the end of the Xbox 360 era in Tournament 12, 6 competitors had earned that title. XDomDomX, iGameTypes, Just One Player, Hunter Unit 751, Drago is Sick, and Buddy Jumps. When the Xbox One era rolled around, the ranks started to grow. In Tournament 15, Alpha Puma and Gotenks became All-Stars, and Hunter Unit 751 earned that honor for a second time. A few tournaments later, Ump Double Ump and Fireball joined the group, so in total, 10 different competitors have reached All-Star status. But now, it's time for a new generation. At the end of this tournament, the very first Infinite All-Stars will be announced. Nothing's guaranteed yet, every run matters, and every obstacle could make the difference. If these competitors want that title, they've got to bring their absolute best. The question is, who's gonna step up? There is no limit to who can be an all-star on this course. Even someone like GamingBrando could turn his career around. This is his 5th appearance. He failed the crooked wall in the last tournament. He has struggled with that obstacle quite a bit. Luckily, he won't have to see it here today, but right now, GamingBrando's got a few other obstacles to worry about. Next up is the curtain slider. He got through this last time. Brando drops like a rock, but he gets the grapple. Now he is on to the fishbone. GamingBrando crouching. He's gonna frog jump onto the first pole, and the second, and the third. He sprint jumps to the fourth pole, and GamingBrando is on to the jump hang Kai. Very nice bounce right there. GamingBrando going around the outside on the left. Now can he do the circle slider? He got through it in the last tournament. GamingBrando, he gets a nice jump onto the first ring. He's got the second ring, and he slides on the third ring, but he makes the dismount. GamingBrando onto the warped wall. He is up it in one. Still with 35 seconds left, he's onto the flying chute. He jumps into it. GamingBrando, he sticks it. He didn't even need a save jump there, but he takes it anyway. And now with 25 seconds left, he's on to the lumberjack climb. He lines it up. GamingBrando, he's on the third peg. The fourth, he's climbing. GamingBrando is at the top, and he is going on to stage 2 for the first time in his career. 13 seconds left. That was impressive. GamingBrando, oh, he liked the lumberjack climb so much he's doing it twice. Well, you love to see that. 2 first-timers on the second stage. GamingBrando and Junsatocyan are joining Kaden Wyatt. But right after that, we saw John Logan with a terrible technique on the long jump. Matt 14 was going slow, and then he was going fast, and then he was dead. That brings us on to HaloFan 17, back for his 5th appearance. In Tournament 28, HaloFan overshot the flying chute. Another competitor who has never defeated Stage 1, could he follow in Brando's footsteps? HaloFan is through the long jump. Now the curtain slider, he got it last tournament, and it looks like he'll get it again today. Yes, he does. HaloFan on to the fishbone. He's got the first. He's got the second. HaloFan up to the third. He jumps across to the fourth pole, and HaloFan is onto the jump hang Kai. He gets a very nice bounce right there. He's going to go around the outside on the left. HaloFan through the jump hang Kai. Now for the circle slider. He beat it last tournament. Look at those jumps. He's looking really good, and HaloFan is through it again. Now for the warped wall. He has failed this one in the past. Doesn't get up it in 1, doesn't get up it in 2. He's got a very weird technique here. He's just bull rushing it, but he gets up. Now for the obstacle that took him out last tournament. HaloFan, he jumps into it. HaloFan with the save jump. No, he doesn't make it. HaloFan had a great jump and a great save jump, but he wasn't able to correct it properly. Look at this. That should have easily been enough to get back onto that landing platform. But just like Gotank's last tournament, he can't save it.
No! Again, I keep failing it.
Wow, that was a crazy strat on that.
Again. I am cursed.
Running.
I still love the flying chute. It's still my favorite obstacle. No hard feelings, flying chute. I still love you.
Might be a one-sided relationship.
Oh, we might have to wait and see if the romantic gesture ever pays off in the future. Now it is time for JSTUD Roblox. Back for his 3rd appearance. In the last tournament, it was the curtain slider that took him out. He missed the grapple. Let's see if he can get some revenge today. JSTUD on the long jump, and he's got the dismount. Now, it's time to shine. Let's see what he can do. JSTUD taking a very long time lining up for this. There is a time limit. JSTUD finally goes for it. He barely gets the grapple, and he misses the ball. And he fails the same obstacle in back-to-back tournaments. That brings us on to Kyle Shambeg 2, his 4th appearance. In the last tournament, we saw him go out on the crooked wall. He was also the only one who pulled off the really snazzy piano keys technique where he just didn't stop. Kyle Shambeg got a lot of fame for that one. Now he's on the curtain slider, and he gets through it very easily. Now it is time for the fishbone. I don't think he's going to be able to pull off any miraculous technique here. Oh, he comes up short on the first pull. Kyle Shambeg, that is an unfortunate way to go out. And this brand new obstacle, the fishbone, already taking out 9 competitors. Now we have a fragile NW back on the course. This guy was a newcomer who cleared stage 1 in Tournament 26 and then failed the flying chute in Tournament 27. It would be great to see him get back on track, going for a second Stage 1 clear. It's a big deal to clear Stage 1 as a newcomer. It does not happen very often, and he is one of those people who has pulled it off. Let's see what he can do today. He's onto the fishbone right now. Good timing on the first pole. Oh, almost overshot the second one. He's up to the third and across to the fourth. Fragile is on to the jump hang kai. Look at that bounce. Oh my goodness! Fragile almost ran off on the jump hang kai.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Find your freaking save, bro.
That was insanely sketchy because if you walk off to the side there, you will get shot down into the water. Fragile keeps his run alive. Now he is going to save jump on the first ring. Oh, he doesn't like that. He turns around. He's going to try it again. Fragile going for the circle slider. Not the best jump off the first ring, and he is out on Stage 1 yet again. This time it is the 5th obstacle that takes him out.
Oh.
I saw the lip in your
That was a
jump,
good reset,
dude.
though. At least you
It
knew.
was a good reset.
Definitely one of the more interesting runs we've seen so far, but he can't make it back to Stage 2. Imola WMT didn't have enough speed on the long jump. Chloe J918 had too much speed and not enough technique. Then we had the returning competitor, Sunlit Key. He went out on the curtain slider. Reticent Man was racing through the fishbone and got hit off on the third pole. Chained R1v3 got to the third pole and came up short of the fourth. And then we had Duh Milks, who spent a while contemplating the trampoline before coming up short and getting hit by a ball. Now it is time for CJG the Runner. 6th appearance for this guy. You've seen him in the past as Foamy Boy or It's Foamy. We saw him go out on the crooked wall in Tournament 27. Let's see what he does today. Foamy the Runner. I don't know what to call him now. Foamy rolls off the tongue very well, so I'm kind of tempted to just call him that. But CJG the Runner is through the curtain slider. Now it is time for the fishbone. He got the first pole. He's got the second. Looking good so far, and he's onto the fourth. He sticks it, and he gets the dismount. Now it is time for the jump hang kai. He jumps a little late. Not a good bounce. And CJG the Runner is out on the jump hang kai. Now let's move on to another newcomer. This is Squirv, our 40th competitor of the tournament. I'm digging the armor. Let's see how this American handles the long jump. Well, that looked pretty good. All right, time for the curtain slider. Squirv, he is setting up for this one. He runs into it, jumps, doesn't get a good ride up the wall, and he fails, doesn't even get the grapple. And that means we are 40 runs in to Tournament 29. We still have only 3 clears on Stage 1 so far, but there's a lot of really good competitors left to go. Our next competitor is actually making his 10th appearance. This is Bubba Ace, the host of Ninja Warrior of Roblox. We saw him go out on the circle slider in the last tournament. Another competitor, he has never defeated Stage 1, but he's someone I'm always rooting for. Bubba is through the long jump. Can he go back-to-back on the curtain slider? Not the best angle there, but he's able to get the grapple, and he connects. Bubba Ace is on to the fishbone. Bubba eyeing it up. He gets the first pole. He almost slips off, but he stays on. Bubba starts racing through the obstacle, and now he is on to the jump hang kai. Actually, the first obstacle he ever failed. Bubba with a decent bounce, but he comes up short. Bubba Ace out on the jump hang kai for his 2nd time.
That's all right. That's all right. Like I said, I was worried about the fishbone the most. I beat it. I'm happy.
Everyone's got to have a goal, and I'm just glad that Bubba's happy. E.T. is a ninja returned to the course. He went out on the jump hang kai. GSTUD came up short of the 2nd pole on the fishbone. Old Core 4304 had one of the worst runs we've seen so far. And then Secret Ninja made it all the way to the warped wall and thought he could find a secret way around it. Tried to do it like a crooked wall. That did not work. Now we are moving on to Robotic Pie, back for his 3rd appearance. He came up short of the flying chute in Tournament 27. Skipped Tournament 28. Now he is back. Robotic Pie is through the long jump. Running up, doesn't stop, goes right for the curtain slider. Gets a beautiful grapple, dead center on that ball. Now it is time for the fishbone. Robotic Pie with a good pace here. Yes, he is through the fishbone and onto the jump hang kai. He jumps at the right moment, gets launched into the air, and he is going around the outside of the jump hang kai. And he goes right for the dismount. Look at the speed this guy has. He is flying through the course right now. Oh, he's going to slow down, and he doesn't even make it onto the first ring of the circle slider. He was looking so good up until that point. Now it is time for Simi Fish, another newcomer on the course. Let's see how she does. Simi Fish running up to the long jump. And great technique there. She is through the first obstacle now for the curtain slider. She goes for it. Gets the grapple. Connects and launches to the dismount. Now it is time for the fishbone. Simi Fish, fishbone? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I don't know. We're going to find out. Simi Fish gets the second one. And oh no! Simi Fish is going to add her own fishbone to the obstacle. That's unfortunate. She got the second pull and then went for the third. And wow, didn't even look like she hit anything, but somehow gets rejected. That fishbone is it's a tricky one. That brings us on to Super Ninja Jake 2, back for his 7th appearance. In the past, he has beaten Stage 1 twice. The farthest he's ever made it is the balance twist on Stage 2. That was in Tournament 25. We saw him in Tournament 28 go out on the crooked wall.
Why did it have to be the crooked wall again? That is my, 8th time failing the crooked wall across all courses.
Needless to say, he wasn't happy. Now let's see if he can finally make it back to Stage 2. It has been a while. Super Ninja Jake has yet to clear Stage 1 on Halo Infinite. I know he would love to finally make it back, and look at how fast he is going through the first couple obstacles here. Now it is time for the fishbone. Super Ninja Jake gonna slow down a little bit. We've seen a lot of competitors go out here. Super Ninja Jake. Oh no, he goes too early and he hits his head on the third pole. And another Stage 1 failure for Super Ninja Jake.
Oh, no. Little too soon.
Damn.
Oh well.
We still have you.
Well, Irish, who just watched that run, he is up next. 10th appearance for this guy. He has defeated Stage 1 twice in the past. He's beaten Stage 2 one time in his career. That was in Tournament 24 when he failed the doorknob grasper. In the last tournament, he had a bit of a meltdown on Stage 1, kind of losing time here and there all the way throughout his run. He was able to defeat the flying chute with 2 save jumps, but by the time he was on the lumberjack climb, the clock was winding down and Irish could not reach the top in time. It was a very close run. Irish, if he cut down on his mistakes, he had a shot. But let's see what he can do on his 10th appearance. Irish yet to defeat Stage 1 on Halo Infinite. Can he change that today? He did fail the jump hang kai in both Tournaments 26 and 27, so he's going to need to get some revenge if he wants to get to Stage 2. Irish is on to the fishbone. He's got the first pole. He's got the second, straight to the third, and the fourth. Irish, all right, it's a showdown. He failed it the last 2 times he tried it. Irish with a bounce, and this time he's in it. Irish is going to go through the inside. All right, a little scarier to go inside, but Irish is good. He is on to the circle slider. He did this last tournament. All right, he's going to go for the same technique. Gets behind the pole to build up momentum. Irish goes for it. Oh, does he get it? No, he doesn't. Irish is out on the circle slider. He went for the same technique that worked in 28, but this time when he lands on the second ring, he lands too far back, and he loses his momentum. He's not able to overcome it, jump too early, and doesn't get the distance to make it to that third ring. And that brings us on to our 50th competitor. That is Sane the Legend, the second most experienced competitor in Halo Ninja Warrior history. He's been to Stage 3 twice. His best ever run was back in Tournament 6 when he failed the crazy cliffhanger. He has defeated Stage 1 on Halo Infinite. He did it in Tournament 26. He failed the crooked wall in Tournament 27. And then in Tournament 28, it was the circle slider that took him out. We just saw Irish fail it. So now, let's see if Sane can get some revenge. And also avenge Irish. Sane, the Canadian, second most experienced. I love how dedicated Sane is to Halo Ninja Warrior and to jumping in general. His jump maps, they might be difficult, but man, they are fun. Sane is now on to the fishbone. He's got the second. He's got the third. He goes right for the fourth, and Sane is on to the jump hang kai. He's failed this one in the past. Let's see if he can do it today. Very high bounce, and Sane is going around the outside. All right, he races to the dismount. Sane onto the obstacle that took him out in Tournament 28. Sane, no, he comes up short of the second ring. He tries to go full momentum, and he can't get it done. Look at this. Oh, did he get a slide? Is that what happened? Either way, he did not get enough momentum off of that first ring, and he comes up very short on the circle slider.
No.
That's unfortunate,
He had to jump too, dude.
Let's hear how Sane's feeling.
Disappointed. I was passing stage 1 pretty consistently, and I guess I choked.
Hopefully, Sane can get another chance at redemption on that obstacle in Tournament 30. But that is now 50 runs on this stage with 3 competitors moving on. Despite overwhelming optimism for this tournament, our competitors have had some struggles with this redesigned first stage. With only 3 clears so far, and a handful of veterans already eliminated, the pressure is on for the next 50 runners. In the next episode, we will see more of the course's most experienced competitors, and the Infinite All-Star frontrunners will have a chance to further their All-Star campaigns. In the meantime, if you ever want to compete in a future tournament, just message myself, SMOKEY MASSACRE, on Xbox Live or Discord. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. I would like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you next time on Halo Ninja Warrior.